What's up, guys? Hammer here, coming to you from beautiful, not sunny, but beautiful Seattle, Washington. I'm doing this video today as kind of something to do because with the COVID-19 outbreak at the state that it's Saturday, I'm off work, and none of us can play Airsoft because they're all closed due to social distancing. So this video today is going to be about my new-ish SIG VFC MCX and the new Pts EPM1 magazines. So we'll start with the gun. I picked this up, I think, back in December. It was either late December or early January from ACS Airsoft, and I'm really impressed with the quality of this gun. VFC's always impressed me anyway, but the SIG line is, to me, a whole new level. So to get the battery in, I'm going to have to go fetch tools. But to get the battery in, you simply pop out the front pin, and then this portion from here forward slides off, and that allows you to access your Tamiya connector, which I've not replaced with Dean's yet, to put your battery in. Now, I'm going to have to fetch up a screwdriver and a hammer. I don't know if anyone else has had this problem with this pin being this stiff, but I cannot get it out without assistance. There. So, with that pin out, close this. There you go. One thing after another. If anybody's curious as to what this is a very hard to find, apparently, Mad Bull Fur Franz QD Blast Shield. I've been hunting one of these for about 5 years, and finally found a gentleman on HopUp. If you happen to be watching this, thank you. Gentleman on HopUp who sold me one for 50 bucks. They were 80 new, so take that off. And this slides forward, and then has access to your Tamiya connector. It is quick detach here so that you can actually take the whole upper off, which again, pin, pull. This is the fuse. Looks like a MOSFET kind of, doesn't it? But it's a fuse. Fuse, quick detach spade connectors here, and then inside is the Vfc Avalon Gearbox setup. So it has the red piston, the red tappet plate, the metal piston head, 18-ish to 1 gear ratio. The only thing I was disappointed by when I cracked it open to see what was inside was the motor inside wasn't the new 16 TPA VFC motor. It was the old gen screechy, just blah, black motors. Put that back together a little bit. So, battery space. You may be asking, well, if I get this gun, how big a battery will it take? So I have a 3-panel 11-1 2000 milliamp, I think, LiPo battery that I can get in here, because the great thing about the SIG line is this gas block is not like all other VFC gas blocks. It's not actually staked on and you have to get a punch set to take out. No, this in fact has 2 set screws here that you back out with an Allen key, and then the gas block is actually removable. It will slide right off the front, no issues whatsoever. So that gives you so much more battery space. But if you have a small butterfly or brick type, stick type, let me correct myself, stick type, like 1000 mile, it will slide past this down into here and will stay out of sight, out of mind. I, however, have very few of those, and like my guns to last a while. So what I do is take the gas block off, put the tri-panel in, and then to get it all back on, you just slide it over, match up the rail, and slide it down. I'm not going to take the upper off because I don't want to fight with the wiring later. But the gearbox is not stock anymore. If you know me, you know I take my shit almost apart almost immediately. Hammers. So anyway, I took the gearbox and I was going to drop a fusion engine in it, but ran into some body modification needs that I was not willing to do on my brand new gun. So upon already having the gearbox out, I opened it up and decided to see what was in it. And I found, as I described, the red piston, the red tappet plate. I don't like those parts. They work good for sometimes 3,000, sometimes 30,000, sometimes 100,000 rounds. I know people that have ran Avalon gearboxes hard as hell and nothing's broken inside yet. And then I've seen kids literally go out and buy one and play a match and break a tappet plate or strip a piston. So it's really just hit or miss in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I love VFC's guns and I love the Elite Forces partnered up with them to bring the 416s, but base budget guns are base budget guns, or mass-produced guns I should say. So I took the gearbox apart and put in a garter tappet plate, SHS lightweight piston, a Magic Box polymer piston head, trying to remember what all I dumped in, it's been 3 months. Magic Box polymer piston head, SHS 13-to-1 gears, an ASG Boost 30K motor, and I left the stock spring. So yeah, not a lot of modifications. Oh, and a Lonex cylinder and cylinder head and air nozzle. So I redid the compression, I redid the gear set, and I redid the motor. And I got a much snappier, more satisfying build out of it. But stock, which I'm going to try to convince Crash to do a video on his, since his is still stock, and he doesn't live in the city and can actually go shoot it. Crash took his, bought one, left it stock, and is very happy with how it performs. I just got used to running my Titan builds, and it seems so slow to me that it was frustrating. So I redid it. I have not put a Titan in here yet, as it is front wired, and I did not have a front wired Titan that I could, just had laying around. All of mine are rear wired. But eventually, I will pick up a front wired Titan, and it will go in this. So I dressed mine up a little bit. I have PTS backups, iron sights, my Trigicon MRO replica, and my Element tactical light, as well as the PTS foregrip, and as spoken about, the Mad Wolf Fur Friends. And I really like the way this setup feels. The mag release is here, which is extended, which is rather nice, but it is also ambidextrous and works quite well. This still comes apart just like a standard M4 mag release. This is just a pin that you can pop out on top, and then this comes off and it looks just like a standard M4 mag release. So you push in and then you rotate. Bolt release comes out, same as an M4 mag release. Push pin here, push it out, comes out just like a regular VFC bolt release. Speaking of bolt releases, this one has a very satisfying locking bolt. So there's 2 springs, one on each side, that power it. So you get a much more snappy return to sender. I can't remember that. Somebody in the comments help me. Return to home, is that what it is? Either way, it's loud and it's satisfying, especially for an airsoft gun. The hop up is the VFC rotary hop ups that I actually like. The barrel is I want to say the 603 Precision that the Avalon comes with. It's a stock VFC new gen hop up and barrel setup. With 2.8s, I was getting an accurate 180 feet. I have not changed that. That was plenty for the purposes of this gun, so I let it be. If I do decide that I need to change the hop up and barrel and all that, I have a max Prometheus setup in a gun that I'll just trade it out with, but I haven't seen a need for that yet. The stock is, I guess, 3-position collapsible. So this is fully extended. You press the button on top in, you have position 2, and you press it in again, stiff. And you have position 3, which is fully collapsed. Or you can reverse that, call this 1, this 2, and this 3. But anyway, the stock fully collapses, which gives it kind of a pistol feel, but I wish it was the MCX like rattle box, or whatever they call it, rattler, that's what it is, to where it was only this long, and that would be a phenomenal CQB weapon. As it stands, it does work good for CQB. I played a game with it at TAC Airsoft in Tacoma, and I liked it. I liked how I cornered with it, but my high kappa with a drum mag was better suited for the field, so if you watch my last gameplay video, that's what I primarily used. And the reason this is so tight is because I have this bolt here cranked down as hard as it'll go. That way it doesn't wobble. This is the one point the stock wobbles, is if you have it fully extended, it has this up and down motion. Which, excuse me, as airsoft stocks go, isn't terrible, but I keep mine roundabouts of here. And then, yeah, that's the gun. These work great. They're priced at right around $400, which is a little expensive, but you have all, not on this side, all of the proper SIG licensing. SIG actually partnered up with VFC, like, nah, can't say that, never mind, disregard that. SIG partnered up with VFC to produce this gun for us. It comes in a 6-hour box with their name all over it. Says SIG on the side. This is the Veritas? Yeah, Veritas model. There was an MCX came out previously that was not the Veritas model. I believe the difference is the front rail. I've not really seen many of them to do a side-by-side comparison, but it's an MCX still. Looks cool. It's just this one has this little thing here, which I think unscrews, but I'm not that curious. So yeah, this is the SIG MCX, priced at $400. Great gun out of the box, looks good. If you want to run an M4 platform, mag-wise, but just don't like the look of M4s, this is the route to go. Next up, which will be shorter, I promise, the Pts EPM1 magazine. These dropped just last month, or maybe it was this month. It's been a long month. They partnered up with Odin Innovations, whoever made the speed loader. I don't remember their exact name off the top of my head. It's been a while. Partnered up with them to bring the the EPM1. These hold 253, I think was the official count. 253 BBs. The way they work is, and I love PTS's thing, empty on pews, full on pews. So you take your Odin, or whatever speed loader you have, you wind, and you're going to watch the little orange follower go all the way up to the top. Once at the top, the mag's full. These feed better, I believe, than the EPM, the old gen. I took and put it in my 35, which is my fastest build, it's 35 rounds per second. I put it in that, and mag dumped the entire mag, did not miss a beat. In fact, I think there's a video on ACS's Facebook that you'll just see my Spartan front. You'll see the Troy rail, and it's just me 30 rounds because my Titan has a 30 round lockout. It's just dump, 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 never misses a shot. These are priced at $29.99 a piece. I've heard rumors of people saying, oh, well, they're $40 at my place. The map on these is $29.99. Right now, they're sold out everywhere, I'm pretty sure. Crash was telling me he talked to a PTS rep at a Milsim that said all of the ones that they produced are sold and accounted for. So they've either been bought by dealers and then sent out to people that purchase them, or, you know. I was lucky enough that ACS scored 5 black and 5 tan, and the next day I went down to the store and bought all 5 of the black ones. So I have a full 5 stack of these. So 253 times 5 is what I can carry at a time. That is a lot of rounds for a skirmish. I don't carry all 5 just for your standard matches. I carry 3, and at TAC when I played, their rounds were so quick I only carried 2, and I didn't even get through this one. I got maybe a quarter of it out before the game ended. So picking these up will definitely last you all of whatever. If you shoot, let's see, 250, let's just say 250 times 5, I can't math. 250, 500, 750, 1,000. So you've got 1,250 rounds. If you go through 1,250 rounds in a semi-type rifleman roll inside of a 15-minute skirmish, you have one hell of a happy trigger finger. Or like full auto, one or two. Airsoft Alphons, who pay no mind to all the girlfriend's toys. Airsoft Alphons, who is an LMG gunner, released a video where his box mag broke at that one Desert Fox event, Battle for Los Angeles, or of Los Angeles, or whatever it was, where his box mag broke and he fed his LMG off of EPMs running, I think he said 0.36 gram BBs. It was either 0.36 or 0.43. It was a heavy BB, and it fed his LMG flawless. I definitely recommend picking these mags up. They are expensive, yes, but look at it this way. You buy 2 and you have 500 rounds on you. So, very textured very nicely. These still fit in 416s. And back to this, a big issue, including me, people were having, was magazines not wanting to lock in. Didn't matter how tight you got the mag release, something about it, mags did not want to lock in. Original EPMs included. The only magazines I could get to lock in were metal Stanag mags or the OG PTS Magpul P mags. I have some Sima or ENL or some Asian rebrand looking P mags that work great in all my other guns. Will not lock in at all in this one. I could put it in, this is just for example, put it in and it'd do this every time, no matter how hard I smacked it in. Bought one EPM1 to check, threw it in, locked. I couldn't run, I wish I could run my Crytek box mag on this because I was going to be that guy. But no, these lock into SIG, VFC MCXs. They lock into VFC 416s, the old gen before the A5. Excellent mag, I highly recommend it. So this video drug on a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I'm at the almost 20-minute mark, so I'm going to close out with this. Hopefully this COVID thing will blow over soon. That way all the fields can open back up and people like you and me can actually get back out and start playing. Because as of right now, I'm sure we're all miserable. This quarantine sucks. Hey, I've got a TV and an Xbox, but I mean, I want to get out. I want to do stuff. I want to explore the city on my days off. Like, I'm new here. I've been here a month, and I'm supposed to just stay in, and if I have to go out, it's either to work or to the grocery store. There's no explore and go around, and it sucks, guys, but God willing, this will all clear up soon, and when it does, I will hopefully see you all in the field.